Me.
Can't keep away,
eh? Takes me a couple of seconds to understand that they're teasing.
Huh? Oh.
Well, there might be a little bit of that too. You know she has a crush on you still, yeah? You're not that naive, eh, Yana? I want to bury my head in the sand, but we're here for the... Welcome to my humble abode. Milky the tail spinner and this. Still over coffee. Where we start the day together with a narrative game and a cup of coffee in the hope, welcoming a blessed day. We turn now to Harmony, the Fall of Reverie, as we move through what I believe is the final act. Act 3, Chapter 2. Yana's. There's a buzz at my side. I pull myself out of bed and take a quick look at the time, 4 a.m. I grab my phone. Yana? I need to see you now. My heart skips a beat as I text them back. The beach, 20 minutes. Steamers Creek. Outside, the air is slightly chilly. Apart from the waves crashing onto the sand, the island is quiet.
Listen, I don't have long.
Good morning to you
What
too.
What happened at the ruins? It's causing a stir. A big one.
MK's going to strike back. If so, we're ready.
Yeah, all 5 of you.
No, Polly, you don't understand. They're out for blood. For real.
Do they know about our connection?
I don't think so. I managed to delete our last conversation, and they don't have any reason to suspect me.
So you think? They come closer. I wish I could reach out and touch them.
It wasn't always like this. They're a huge corp, but they had systems in place to protect civilians.
What's changed then? Because look around. Look at what's happening. People have good reason to hate them.
A few years ago, they started pouring a ton of money and energy into the Oxian ruins. Like they were steering the ship in a new direction. And MK's a big ship. You can't turn it around in one night.
I realise I've never seen Yana this uncertain, but they're maintaining the composure, even if their job may be in jeopardy in the future.
They call it Project Loom.
Somewhere out there, a marketing intern just got their wings.
Okay, not the reaction I was expecting. Did you know about this?
I might have had an inkling. Don't ask. Seriously.
Well, whatever you did down there in the temple, it's messed with their plans.
Yeah, she got Mummy back. They grabbed my
I need
hand.
to warn you now, because I can't be seen here. I can't see you. Not for now. I need to lie low for a while, but I'll try to do as much as I can to help you all from where I am.
That's brave.
Thank you, Yana. It means a lot.
They flash me a smile and immediately turn and walk away. Stand there, alone, for a solid minute. Project Loom, Yana. Whatever happened to Ursula? I need advice. I need... The heart. Reverie. All the aspirations are here, gathered around the heart. Glances, smiles, awkward looks. Tension is
My
thick.
mother was right. Glory and MK are working together.
A murmur ripples around the
I
group.
don't have all the details, but it can't be a coincidence. Whatever's happening to my island is because of Glory.
Has anyone got a camel handy? I just found this lovely straw.
She must be found and listened to before we do anything that cannot be undone. We have no idea what is happening in her sanctuary.
Were you a social worker in another life?
She may be a prisoner.
And I say that
Could
as someone
be
who was one.
manipulating people from beyond Reverie. Sounds like someone needs to break into that little sanctuary of hers.
Don't be stupid. That's impossible.
I raise my arms, requesting silence. Time for me to make a decision and choose a path. Listen to chaos, hear the other aspirations. Oh, he's Mummy Dearest. Bill. I'm gonna listen to the others. I have to be careful here. I'd better listen to what the other aspirations have to say. I turn to Power with a smile.
I want to hear your plan. If you have one.
I always have one. We need to face our enemy and protect Glory. Hurting her would be a grave mistake.
Around the heart, heads nod. Power's thoughts are shared by many of the aspirations.
Bliss?
Ooh, I don't know. Honestly, Glory has made some pretty terrible decisions in the past. She's the whole reason we're in this mess. Can we help her? I mean, really? What if it all goes wrong and you get hurt? You're our best chance of finding a way out of this in ages.
Our choice to take is that one, though, Bliss. There's another wave of nods except from Chaos and Truth.
Something on your mind?
I do not believe Glory is responsible.
Oh, she seems very irresponsible, to be honest.
Perhaps she was, at first. But there is almost a parasitic relationship between her and Mono Konzern. There is a barrier around her sanctuary that would stop even the Oracle from entering. She is unable to think clearly or act properly.
Evidently.
Sometimes, to save someone, you must go against their will.
I noticed Bond walking away from the group. This discussion displeases him, I can tell. I can feel it, even.
No, we can't. We can't hurt Glory.
There are ways to sever the link between Glory and this company. That is how we will solve the situation.
Someone slow claps. It's Chaos. They're standing, walking around as eyes wide open.
Hark at you lot. So scared. Not a single one of you wants to bang the drums of war, do you? Whatever's coming, it's coming in hot and fast. All this prattle solves nothing.
He may be right. I don't like him, but he may be right.
I need time to think this through.
Well, when you feel like actually doing something, do let me know.
Chaos vanishes. The Nexus feels cold, suddenly unbalanced. The aspirations trade puzzle locks. This won't be solved here in Reverie.
I'll be back.
With a touch of the necklace, I'm gone. The day is slowly getting started, a whole new world of problems and crises and fights. But I also have the feeling that the aspirations are with me, not united, but working towards the same goal. There are many paths forward, now to choose one. Break out the news. Chaos, you're not expecting half of what's going to happen in a Chaos Crystal. I step inside. The day's off to as normal a start as possible. Laszlo's brewing coffee and chatting with Jade. Nora's complaining about the early alarm call. Omar and Ursula are going over the notebook, rebinding its pages. I wave to my mother, beckoning her over. She stands and walks away from Omar. Nobody seems to notice.
Is everything all right? You seem...
Yana came by. They say MK's out for blood. Their words.
And strong words they are.
Indeed. Seems to be thinking hard. Our discussion has changed a lot of things. There's still a distance between us, but also a new kind of relationship.
I think perhaps it's time.
Time for what, Ursula?
No more secrets. No more hiding. Are you
That's
comfortable sharing everything? Here. Now.
Comfortable? What a strange concept. The world might be coming to an end and we're discussing comfort. But I nod as she claps her hands, calling everyone over.
We have something we need to discuss today.
She's not lying. The next half hour is a deluge of new informations for Jade, Nora, Laszlo and Omar. The four of them stay silent, learning about aspirations, sanctuaries, hearts and cycles. About another world. About what's coming for us.
I know that's a lot to take in. And I'm sorry I hid it all from some of you.
Looking at you, Nora, she's probably the only person in the room who didn't see this coming.
There's an emergency. One of the aspirations, Glory, is trapped. We need to save her. We don't have all the facts, but we think MK's been using her powers to look into the future. All possible futures. And to grow strong. Rich. They had all the power in the world. And they chose greed. Suffering.
I told you last time, they're a corporation.
We need to move on them. The company and the aspiration are linked, one way or another.
With enough energy, enough egregor, we can blast our way into Glory's sanctuary, for want of a better term. I will admit the prescients may be affected by this release of energy.
Needless to say, it will be a very delicate operation, and it will require organization.
For a moment, no one says anything, then Jade stands. Slowly, her hands trembling, she starts to speak.
Whatever's going on in your head, whatever happened in the ruins, I don't believe a word of this. Let's imagine the last hour wasn't everyone losing their collective mind. Let's say you're right, and everything you've told us is true. What exactly are we going to do?
It takes Ursula a second to find the right words.
From what I've gathered, the prescients collect and attract a certain type of energy. We want to change where the energy is directed. It might be difficult, since they've been trained to do it a certain way, again and again.
What do you mean, difficult? Will it hurt them?
Potentially.
So, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, huh? Sacrifice the few for the many, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she's not happy with that idea. Cold anger is slowly transforming into something else.
No, we're going to act. All of us, together.
We need everybody's help.
Jed takes a few steps and heaves a loud sigh.
My investigation is ready to go live. If we push it out today, we could change the way this island sees MK.
That would undoubtedly make a difference. But will it be enough? It's still playing by their rules. I've done that many, many times. It's time for something different. Something riskier, and...
He
I'm
stops.
sorry. My intention wasn't to make you uncomfortable. I just...
You just fell in love with chaos, which is why you're chaotic, or you fell in love with chaos because you're
I
chaotic.
need a minute.
Steps out, everyone's watching, I avoid my mother's eyes. That was tough. I'm glad my mother was able to see how she sounded. But something's bothering me. I still don't know where I am going with all this. It feels wrong. Now it's time to talk and want to act. Losing a bliss crystal, which we can't do, we don't have one. The confab. I gave everyone a quick smile and suggest we take a break. Nora disappears to a room without giving me so much as a backward glance. Laszlo and Omar stay where they are. I guess they're buddies now. I turn to my mother.
How are you feeling?
I've been grappling with this knowledge my entire life, you know. And today, for the first time, it felt good to have someone on my side. Not just knowing, but acting.
That's probably the nicest thing she'll ever say to me.
But I regret the way I spoke to Jade. She's done so much for this community, and I respect her work. It's just that...
He breaks off abruptly.
I don't want to influence you. I don't want to influence anybody.
You are the Oracle, of course you do.
I'll have a chat with them. Don't wander off, okay?
She smiles as I step away from her. Jade wants to leave. Nora is anxious. Laszlo is torn, or Omar's... Taking them to Nora first. On my way to Nora's room, I spot her sitting on the diving board.
Hey. Ready to talk?
She looks up at me fearfully, like I'm an intruder in my own home.
Talk. That's what we're gonna do after all that. Talk.
Bit heavy, was it? I can't even imagine what she's thinking.
Her mind's blown. Well and truly blown. Can't exactly blame her, can you? If I found out there was another world beyond Brittle and Reverie, well, my mind would probably be blown too.
Out, Bliss. Give me a second with Nora.
That was a proper coming-of-age scene back there. Even for me. I'm so tired, Nora. Not as much as Jade, maybe. But I am tired. I just want to crawl under a blanket and sleep forever.
But you can't.
No. I can't. Because the stakes are too high for that.
And it's all true.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Every single word. Reverie, the aspirations, Polly the Oracle.
And Ursula knew? All this time?
Yeah, she's the last Oracle.
Looks like it.
So you lied to me. Both of you.
Well, yeah. We just told the truth in new and interesting ways. Let's go with that, shall we?
No. We couldn't just blurt it all out to anyone. It wasn't the right time.
And when would the right time have been? After Ursula killed herself? What if something happened to you at MKHQ?
Nora, I didn't think about...
Stop. Just stop.
You're right. Of course you are.
I know we've been apart for a while, but I'm still me. I wish you'd known. You could trust me.
He's got a point there, Polydactyl, or what the hell your full name is. I moved to sit beside her as she scooches off the diving board and onto the lip of the pool.
I'm sorry.
She lays her head on my shoulder.
It's just... It's a lot.
It's
Yeah.
a lot.
We sit in silence for a while, legs dangling. The sunlight casts shadows across the room that shift as time rolls
Using
on.
the prescience is a mistake. I'm with Jade on that.
I smile. When she was younger, Nora was always something of a follower. Don't see see her stand her ground. Yeah, she's standing around following Jade.
Because
She's still a follower.
she's standing up for what's right, but also because I can feel something inside me. You know that MK job I told you about? That was connected to that feeling.
Prescience?
I don't know. I don't know what that would even feel like.
You know that feeling you have? It probably feels something like that.
I'm scared, Paul.
I pull her to my side. I'm realizing how similar we are and how incredibly different, but with our secrets shared, their weight is divided. They settle as lighter truths.
It's okay. I am too.
We sit there a while longer, watching the shadows shift. After a while, she nudges me. She needs some alone time. That's understandable. I pull myself out of my thoughts, leaving Nora to hers. Now we'll talk to Jade. Garden shed. That looks a bit more than just a shed, to be honest. Jade's all by herself outside. I give her a wave before heading over to join her.
It's a lot. Yeah?
I don't know, Polly. Reverie, aspirations, a guy called Bond. Yes, it's a lot.
His name is Bond. Aspiration Bond.
Not as much as your mother's unhinged plan, though.
She's not furious, she's...
Frozen, even. She's drained from all this, and now she has seen the crossroads ahead. I admire her loyalty to her own beliefs.
Power fades away as I get closer to Jade.
What you've done with your investigation is incredible. Seriously.
My awe is genuine. Nora talked about it so much, and I went ahead and read the whole thing for myself.
But...
No but. For real.
She looks at me for a moment.
Your mother's going to hurt people. People from the community. Friends. She's using MK's own tactics against them. That goes against everything I believe in. Everything. MK's been hurting people for their own gain. They've bribed every official on this island to keep it quiet. It has to end. And it won't if we have to become them to stop them.
Well, I see her eyes moisten just a tad. I can feel Power's influence at work here, enveloping Jade in a distinctive aura.
If you back your mother's plan, I'm out. I can't do it, Polly. I just can't.
I can understand that. Power was right. This is a line Jade won't
I
cross.
understand. I do. Truly. This whole ordeal has been like turning a mirror on my own convictions. I have to pick a side.
You always have to pick a side, Polly. Always.
Yeah, as I say, you can try sitting on the fence, but that's how you get splinters in your ass.
And I've picked mine.
Unity. Omar's prediction. Good night. Omar is busy with his notebook, writing as fast as humanly possible.
Did you get all of that?
Every single word. Amazing!
He pockets his pen and notebook, his eyes fixed on me.
It's all true, Polly. Everything the Oxyons believed in.
I've noticed.
It's like waking up and being told all of your imaginary friends are real. Her words, your stories, they're connected to so much Oxyon writing.
He takes a deep breath. I can see him curbing his own enthusiasm.
But all of that is for later. Right now, well, I guess you have a choice ahead of you. Oracle.
I don't feel much like an oracle. All I see are bits and pieces. Potential footpaths, not roads.
That's more than the rest of us. And it's going to be crucial for what's ahead. But more importantly, how are you?
Worried.
Relieved.
No, worried.
Keeping it all from everyone was rough.
Well, there is that rough.
But
There
you
is that
had to.
relief.
Of course you had to. And I'm happy you thought to include me as a confidant.
Omar, I know you're new around here, but you're a part of this. And I'm happy to have you here.
Is he blushing? Omar, now. He smiles, composing himself.
So, I need to know where you're at. Which way you're leaning with all this.
Yes. Mono Konzern. Aspirations. This glory. MK is a poison. Or the consequence of a poison. The unchecked capitalism that it embodies is a death knell.
See, capitalism is one of the most functional things that we've developed as a form of finance impacting government and society. The thing is, when it's unchecked, then it does cause more problems. Capitalism with a social net works. Capitalism left unchecked. Just another form of oligarchy.
Exponential growth is a myth. Eventually someone will feel the strain, and it won't be the executives. They have to be stopped. They must be stopped. First it was Athena. Now they've set their sights on the world. I have every respect for Jade and her work. She's brilliant, in a way. But we can't play by their rules. We've tried, and it does not work. To change the system, we need to destroy it. Ursula's plan is the most direct path to that end.
But my mother's idea is risky. People could get hurt. People could die.
We're talking about a revolution, Polly. And all revolutions have a price.
He is right.
Sometimes it's paid in suffering.
He is right. Well, all armed revolutions have that. Do all political revolutions have that? I don't know. This is a side of him I've never seen. Direct, aggressive almost. I feel bonds warm surrounding
He
us.
speaks his mind and the truth.
You agree with him?
We stand on the cusp of a new era. Cohesion, connection, community. Sometimes the simplest methods are the best ones.
Bond tried, I know, but can I accept it? I wave goodbye to Omar and retreat to the kitchen. And that leaves us with Laszlo, trying to be as unbiased as he can. Laszlo is waiting for me. He beckons me over with a jerk of his head.
Quite the family meeting.
Not your average tete-a-tete. How's it all sitting with you?
Strangely. I'm not surprised, I don't think. Appeased, maybe. Your mother and I have always been very truthful with each other. She has her life, and I have mine. This explains a lot.
The smile on his face is heavy and sad.
Still stings, though.
For the record, I'm sorry I couldn't say anything. I wanted to. You have no idea how much I wanted to.
Oh no, it's not your fault. It's foolish, really. Just... a whole side to your mother I never knew.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's a shock.
I was watching her face while you were laying everything out. There was a joy there. A sparkle in her eyes I haven't seen since, well... Made me a little sad, is all. That I can't be part of it. That side of her.
Yeah.
Oh, Laszlo.
I move in for a hug and squeeze him hard around the waist. He squeezes back. When we break apart, he wipes his eyes on the back of his hand.
Now comes the hard part, of course. I can't help but think Jade has the right of it. Her investigation is the push this community needs. It'll open people's eyes, get things going.
He puts his hand on mine, swallowing it up. His eyes dart away from me.
But... you're going to follow Ursula?
I've known your mother longer than I've known almost anyone. Every time I've seen her like this, with this much determination, she was right. Every single time. I can't say I understand everything that's going on. Dimensions, otherworldly beings, oracles. But I know MK has ground this island to dust. If Ursula says she knows how to fix that, well, I trust her. I love her.
He smiles again.
Look at me. I should be the one asking after you. All of this seems like a lot, Polly.
It is, but I'm getting the hang of it. It's all a bit mind-blowing. The whole shaping the fate of the world thing is daunting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like trying to picture winning the lottery, you know? Impossible to actually comprehend. I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Trust in those around me and make the best choices I can.
I know you'll do us proud. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to have a chat with your mother. Make the best choice I can.
I'll let him walk away. He looks more determined now.
Split between love and his own morality.
True.
Not an envious position, but he bears it well. You are lucky to have someone like him, Harmony. His kind are all too rare these days.
Yeah. Go again. Time to talk and react. We might be able to go that way. No, it's not lit up. So we have to go this way. Everyone has a say. Time is running out. I've heard from everybody I needed to. Just as I'm about to complain about the whole contrasting opinions, I hear Bond's voice behind me.
It looks like we agree, Harmony.
Two plans. Two completely opposing views.
Nothing good can come of this mess, Harmony. Nothing.
Jade's not saying if it's not on her terms. James not staying if it's not on her terms. I completely understand. Nora's made a difficult decision and I completely understand. Laszlo and Omar want to follow Ursula and I completely understand.
I've been chosen to make decisions. One way or another, in my world or yours.
If you take a side, this gathering of friends and family can only break further.
Sometimes bonds fail.
We can't afford to stand still. MK's getting ready to move against us, and Glory is trapped, or at the very least, under their influence.
So, what will you do?
I reply instantly. There's only one option
I'll
I
pick
see.
a side.
Alright, so... Can't do that, definitely. Jade is right or Ursula's right? Interesting choice. We may lose half of them either way. Half of our allies. If we go with Ursula, we go in force. In that I will be there and she will be there. We'll have two of the others. Laszlo and Omar. If we split, I don't think we're going to stop Ursula doing what she wants to do. She would be going in with Laszlo and Omar. I would be going in with Nora and Jade. Nora may be the only prescient amongst us, and she's our sister. Ursula, our mother, has deserted us time and time again, and made some rather questionable decisions. I'm not keen on power, but then I'm not keen on chaos either. What we're going to do is side with Jade. People like her make the best leaders. Well, I hope everybody's ready.
I've made up my mind, and I think Jade's plan is the strongest. The strongest, and also the safest. We can't count on Reverie to save our island. We should be the ones making a difference.
Ursula turns away without giving me another look. Jade comes a bit closer.
It feels good to be listened to. And understood. It feels soothing, even.
We both smile. In the background, I see Ursula leave the room. Nobody follows her. Really? I thought Omar and Laszlo would. Castello Road. Not long afterward, Jade, Nora and I are in downtown Alma, finishing a quick lunch. I didn't know I'd miss Atina's legendary sandwiches. The familiar taste of spicy sausages and soft bread mixed with chickpea flour makes me smile. That sounds delicious.
Wow.
Looks
You
delicious.
devoured your kuru like it was your first meal in a week.
Can I have one?
I was starving.
I noticed Jade hasn't touched her
You
sandwich.
okay, Jade?
Too stressed to eat. Haven't had an appetite for a while now.
We need you strong though, Jade. If you have to force yourself to eat, you do that.
Sorry if I was inconsiderate or anything.
It's fine. People react to stress differently. My investigation, all the time I've spent on it, it's weighing me down.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like there's a way out now. Thanks to you.
She lowers her eyes. She's going to ask for a favour, something
I need
serious.
your help. Again. Something big.
Okay, what is it, Jade?
Your friend, Yana. Nora's been telling me you two are close.
We want it to be. I hadn't thought about it like that, but yes,
If
close.
we get them on board, it could really help. I mean, my investigation's ready to go out, but Yana's support would spread it further, make it more credible.
They could eat her alive.
I get it. It means we need to fill them in on everything, right?
It's up to you.
We don't want to force you to do it, if you don't want to.
She looks like she's about to deliver a long speech about wanting to be sure I'm okay with the plan, and I'd place my hands on hers, stopping her.
Yana deserves to know. I can talk to them. It's a risk, but it's worth it. They did warn me about MK, after all. We can trust them.
For a moment, the three of us just smile at each other. Then Jade bites into her sandwich. A blob of melted cheese and sauce escapes bread, falls onto the plate. Hard not to laugh. We all need the light moment now and then. Alright, we are going down here now. Have 3 power crystals, lose 3 power crystals. Have 1 truth crystal, lose 1 truth crystal. Refuse to delay or give Yana some time. Give her some time. This is a lot to drop on her. We'll try giving her some time. Oh, we can't. Oh no, we haven't met Yana at the beach, duh. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Seamus Creek. The beach is deserted apart from Nora, Jade and me. Far off in the distance, drones fly about overhead, over the inner workings of Atina. When I was younger, the place was bustling and alive. Something about our way of life has changed since then. Next to me, Nora and Jade are impatient. I can feel their agitation.
Yana's on their way.
Might be awkward with Jade.
Maybe. Step back a bit, maybe? Give me some time to talk to them. Alone.
Yes, a minute alone with Yana.
Say so.
Jade walks away, but Nora stays close by. Once Jade is out of earshot, she grabs
Hey.
my arm.
Polly,
Yeah?
Yes.
do you think Ursula's ever gonna forgive us for this?
If we make it work, yes. She'll see why we picked this plan over hers.
Possibly. I'm not sure with her. Nora walks away without responding. She's still uncomfortable, still torn between Jade and Ursula. Then I see Yana walking down the cement stairs towards me. I notice Jade and Nora now a few paces behind me. No surprise, no emotion. What a pro.
Look at them. Strong, like the roots of the earth.
Yes.
But perhaps not as strong as you, Harmony. Remember that.
Yes, but perhaps equally necessary as us. Power leaves as Yana reaches me.
Can't keep away, eh?
Takes me a couple of seconds to understand that they're teasing.
Oh.
Well, there might be a little bit of that too. You know she has a crush on you still, yeah? You're not that naive, eh, Yana? I want to bury my head in the sand, but we're here for a reason.
You've brought company. Jade Galea. Enemy number 1 back at HQ.
Wanted posters plastering the walls. Reward for information. Stuff like that.
Worse, actually.
Oh, I believe it.
How can I help?
Things are getting more complicated.
They are.
And I need to tell you the whole story.
As we walk along the beach side by side, I tell them what's happened to me over the last few days. Reverie and Brittle, the aspirations, Glory and MK. Our decision to go with Jade's plan. As usual, I keep the Augural out of the picture.
That's quite a story you've got there.
It's a lot to take in.
Yes and no. Remember Project Loom? No wonder you
Already
knew.
prepared to hear it. They stop. The water's not far off. Waves roll up the sand, stopping right before they reach our feet.
Thanks to Jade's work, we think we can spark change from within MK. We wanted to warn you. And ask if you had anything we could use. Without hurting you, obviously.
We're past that stage, Polly.
They sigh and bend down to scoop up a shell that's washed
When I
ashore.
started job hunting, it was MK or nothing. When they hired me, I told myself I was different, that I could change the system from within, like a mole acting on behalf of common decency. I don't know. Turns out that kind of youthful optimism is built in. The system doesn't just resist it, it expects it, needs it.
You can make change from within. Sometimes that's the only way you can. But change from within is often very slow, if at all.
That's how they attract the talent. I'll make a difference. I'm not like them. Before you know it, you're trying to rationalize cutting off water to an entire neighborhood.
They have the shell far out across the
The
water.
plan's a solid one. But it's only a first step.
Yep.
MK owns everything. Take them away and what's left?
Power vacuum. And a fight.
Chaos.
Before I can respond, they beckon to Jade and Nora. The two girls walk across the sand towards us. Behind us, the waves are getting higher. They're crashing, almost drowning us out.
Hey,
Hey,
They shake hands rather formally.
this isn't against some anarchist code? Breaking bread with an MK automaton?
I know the difference between a person and their job.
Nice to meet you, Jade. I'm not the only one with doubts about what MK's doing right now. I can check a few things and try to figure out the connection between MK and...
Glory.
Between MK and Glory. But I need time.
Jade almost jumps
We
forward.
don't have time. The longer we wait, the stronger MK will hit back.
If you want
This
my
is
help,
true.
I need time. Sorry.
She can't achieve everything in a second, Jade. Your investigation took time to build, didn't it?
Me too.
They're right, Jade.
They both look to me, hoping I can think of something to break the deadlock. And so we have give her some time or refuse to delay. You need to strike while the iron is hot. Need time to sharpen the knives. That's what we're going with. As I said, the investigation that Jade has that's ready to go, it took time to build. Ready to go in a little bit too. The risk, but everything's a risk. This could really help us.
Jade, I think we should accept.
Polly, no. No, we can't.
It would mean having someone inside MK, collecting information.
And what if they catch on? We'll lose everything in an instant. Think about the prescience.
And what if not waiting means we're exposed? He stops, looking more exhausted than ever.
Polly.
I know what this means to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked your plan in the first place.
It all comes down to trust. You've got to trust me, Jade, please.
Sorry to butt in, but what's your plan exactly?
I think it's time to fill them in. Want the end of MK. Want to unite Alma and Atina. That's it. People need a common ground. Like that time I convinced Truth to scold Chaos. Want to free the Prescience. I've favoured Bliss all along. He's still with us. That's it, people need a common ground. I smile at Yana. My role here is to bring these people together.
It's all about unity. Showing we can work.
Alma and Atina, everybody marching together, you know, hand in hand.
Yana snickers. I put my hand on Nora's shoulders, showing trust, showing care, asking her to let me handle this.
Listen, I feel like I'm just discovering this place. Sure, I grew up here, but now it's as though I'm seeing the island for the first time. And it's a shock. Ever since I got back, everybody's been talking about MK, how it's splitting our island in half. We need to act. But it won't work if we're not united.
Yana smirk is
I
gone
worked
now.
my arse off for months to prove what MK's doing. They target the vulnerable, poor families, people begging for work.
I know.
We need to change that. And we need to act fast. MK has the resources to fight back, so we need to take them by surprise.
I agree, but what can I do? Why did you ask me to come down here?
The waves are calmer now, quieter, as though the ocean wants in on our little conspiracy. Nora wants Yana to be safe. Wow, Nora looks so confident now. Good. That's one of the things I'm wanting. I turn to Nora.
You had something in mind, right?
I did, yes. I think it would be better if we don't risk incriminating Yana. They've done a lot already.
Neither Jade nor Yana is thrilled by what's happening. We set up a secret meeting and now we're changing course. But I want to trust Nora. I want to follow her.
Nora's getting bolder. See how excited she is about you trusting her.
I do trust her.
I turn my attention back to Jade and Yana.
This isn't what we discussed.
Maybe it's better this way. I'll keep an eye out for any way I can help.
Their voice catches slightly. Are they disappointed?
Be careful out there. No matter what happens.
They turn and walk away, casually at first, then more quickly.
What's going on, Polly? You come find me. We searched for Yana, and now we have another plan I didn't know about.
Actually, it's my idea. Everything centers around the prescience.
And she's probably a prescient.
We aren't changing tack, Jade. This is just an extra layer to your already brilliant plan. And Yana... MK's already sniffing around. I trust Yana, I do, but too many cooks, you know?
That's true, and keeping Yana in the background, but aware of what's going on. If she's not spotted, there may come a time where we need her and she's there.
I guess it would have been harder for them to keep what they were doing under wraps.
And for us to act discreetly.
Jade looks from Nora to me, taking a moment to think.
What's our next move?
Thank you. The skate park.
Minutes later, we're making our way through Alma. It's a quiet stroll until I sense Bliss next to me.
Harmony, I think we need you back in Reverie. Something's going on with Chaos.
Oh god, what's he doing now? And what's Mumsy doing? His bloody main squeeze. Heading to Reverie. The aspirations are worried about chaos. I'm back in Reverie. For a moment, the place feels more real than my own life. I can't put my finger on why, but there's a new sense of connection here, of belonging. Then I see the aspirations, they're standing in a circle around the heart.
What's the matter?
Chaos. Chaos is the matter. They won't accept your choices.
Look, I'm not out for blood, you know.
Whatever's going on in Brittle, you're about to ruin it for us.
In Brittle? What are you doing, Chaos? Are we working together or not?
You're missing the point, Harmony.
What point? Chaos.
And you're acting like an irresponsible fool.
He's acting chaotic.
Everyone, calm down.
Oh dear, this has all gotten very boring very quickly. Look, I get it. Being decisive is hard, right? But it's okay. I'm going to be decisive for you.
Rolling dice like chaos is not decision-making. Well, it is, but not a good one. Power steps towards chaos. What happens when aspirations fight?
Easy there, big boy. You'll see what I'm up to soon enough. You all will. Bye-bye for now.
Oh god, chaos vanishes. All around me, the aspirations disappear one by one. I'm left completely alone. Start a fire. Well, that's a hell of a phrase, isn't it? No matter what's next, we're getting somewhere now. Nexus. Here we are. I feel like I've done everything in my power to push us closer to our goal. Weakening MK, freeing Glory, healing Reverie, and securing Brittle's future. The gears are turning, our plans already set in motion. The choices I've made ripple out around me, each shaping what's to come. I think I've made the right decisions. I chose as best I could, at least. All that's left to do is wait and see what happens. End of chapter. Act 3, Chapter 3, which I think might be the last one. You have enough to cooperate with the aspiration. Act 3, Chapter 3. Let's see where we pick up next time. Those who dream. I need to head to Reverie, but Brittle is calling for my attention too. Holly's room is where we pick up next time. So, enjoy your coffee. I hope you have a blessed day. And if you wish to help the channel grow, hit the like, comment and subscribe. I will be very grateful. Thank you very much. See you next time.